All right, welcome back to our watch along review discussion of the Winx Club. The magic is back. I'm back here with Kayla,
Hello.
and we are doing season 2. It's called Which Fairy is Which? So, you ready to get into it, or did you want to say anything beforehand?
Absolutely. Nope.
Alright.
I'm all good.
All right, let's go. Do you want to just skip the intro
Yes,
going
absolutely.
forward? I don't even. Let's see. All right, there we go. Okay, now start the review. All right, so we're back at what is this? Althea?
Yes.
That's a good shot. I did like that opening shot for episode 2 at least.
No one was hurt, but girls, you must be smarter than this.
Stella, Flora, you may go.
Because of course we have to talk to Bloom alone.
She's the main character.
Of course.
Headmistress Farragonda, please don't be mad at them. I'm the one who messed
She
up
is the
with
one who
the
messed up with the changelings. She's completely right.
But she should also say that Icy gave her the remote.
But was it for the right reason?
Okay, I'm gonna pause here real quick.
I guess.
Let me rewind that because I have a problem
There will be
with what Miss Farragonda says here.
The question is not what you did, Bloom, but was it for
The
the
question
right
is not what you did, Bloom, but was it for the right reasons? What does that even mean in context of releasing the changelings?
What does that even mean?
Is she trying to say did you release the changelings because you felt sorry for them? Is that what she meant? I'm guessing
Guess.
because I was like,
Huh.
that's I guess if that's what they're going for is oh, and deep in her heart she messed up everything by releasing the changelings because she felt bad for them. Then
I
okay,
mean, she
sure.
did, because she was like, oh, these collars look tight. And it's like,
Yeah.
the collars are on for a reason,
Well,
babe.
for a reason. Maybe ask Damien, like we said before, but whatever. Believe Icy, even though she tricked you. So, we'll see. And then I don't think she. Well, we'll continue. Let's continue. I don't think she mentions Icy anywhere in this conversation.
I guess. I'm not sure. There will be a ceremony welcoming new students to Althea. You will be tested to see if you are a witch.
I think this is also new, right? I'm gonna pause it here.
That I'm a
I think this is also new, right? That they're doing like a sorting hat type of situation.
Mm-hmm.
Am I correct about that?
I also think this is new. Yes, I absolutely agree with that. Because I don't
Because
remember there being any sorting situation. It's just like if you're a fairy, you go to Althea. If you're a witch, you go to the witch school.
Cloud Tower, yeah.
Yeah, Cloud Tower. If you're a boy, then you're a knight. Goodbye.
You're a specialist. Get over there. Far away from everybody else. So yeah, if I am to believe, I think if I remember right, this is all new. There was, if you went to the fairy school, Althea, you didn't get sorted into anything, and they already knew what type of powers you had.
Mm-hmm.
But I like I said, I guess this is a new thing where, like Flora said, not all witches are bad and not all fairies are perfect or whatever, right?
Yes.
So do you think that they needed this whole sorting Harry Potter hat element
Absolutely
to
not.
this?
No, literally. I think they just did this to like add conflict to an episode. They did not need to do this.
I agree with you. I think this is just to add conflict because this is not needed because as they've already shown in the show, there are no fairies that dress like witches and there are no witches that dress like fairies. All of them dress according to if they're aligned with the witch side or not. Right? They're already color coordinated.
They literally are. Well, yeah, color coordinated or like in the like specific style that they set up for the witches of like being edgy and dark.
So yeah, I find this whole setup of being a sorting hat Harry Potter thing weird. I'm gonna start it again.
All those with magic in their hearts can lean to the darkness or the light. You must discover your true nature, and I'm afraid there isn't much time.
But you know what they're truly setting up? They're setting up Damien.
Yeah.
This is all set up for Damien through Bloom's experience.
Except that apparently I could be a witch. You have nothing to worry about.
That's right.
This show, I said it before.
But
well,
like,
I
but
didn't say it
like,
before.
if Bloom actually was a witch, though, would they stop being her friend?
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna pause it. That's the spell again. That's the clairvoyant spell.
Yeah.
That's the spy spell. So she does spam it just to spy on trivial things. Now I think she uses it other times in the season, but like I was saying before, that she doesn't use it to get one over on Vexius
Right.
when he's introduced.
Even though she definitely could.
If she was, for some reason, if Icy was smarter, but she's not, she could used it to get it one over on Vexius, but whatever, I guess.
Might be a witch. Interesting.
Oh, and that's the other thing. Let me pause it right here one more time. Going back to the Bloom thing with that she might be a witch. I really think this whole season would have been more interesting if she could have become a witch, or if she was a witch to begin with and then switched over to fairy, because maybe her dragon powers give her access to both.
Yeah, that would have been really creative. Twist.
Since they already changed everything.
Twist? Plot twist?
Yeah, it would have been a really good plot twist. It's like, oh, Bloom starts out as a witch, and then later on you find out, oh, okay, she can switch between both because she's a fairy. Now, granted,
Yeah.
I still think that they're saving that for Damien, maybe in season 2, maybe, but I don't know.
Right.
We'll see.
You say she was a fairy? You're missing the point.
As always.
You're missing the point.
She's the one our mysterious friend told us about. I'm sure of it.
How?
He's going to
We should
want
know
us
that.
to take her magic. This identity crisis will let us do exactly that.
I like how Stormy and Darcy are just clueless about what Icy's even thinking.
No, literally.
You see, there's the Kiko,
Okay.
Kiko notebook, but we couldn't bring the stuffed animal.
We're in class, and this is a giant classroom, but it still feels like there's not enough students.
I think the classroom is fine personally because it's just classroom, so you can get away with having less people. And he's from the original show, I believe.
Yes, he is.
Okay. How is Bloom already daydreaming? How long were they waiting for him?
Morning, Mr. Whiskers. I'm
Bloom is not like mentally there because she might be a witch.
oh, is that what it is? She's so worried about being a witch.
No, literally.
She's-
That's the whole point of this entire episode.
Oh, okay. Okay, this poor dog. He looks. Please put this thing out of his misery.
How do you even know that it's originally a dog? Maybe it's originally a cucumber.
I mean, he starts with a dog, so I'm gonna call it. It's a. Why is it a
Ew,
Chihuahua?
Look at it.
Disgusting.
I was up all night practicing.
Go on, Musa.
Fortus Felinos Figuro.
Ew. No, also some people have a problem with this animation that it's not really like a transformation. They just blink out of existence and into a new animal.
Very nice, Tech.
There's no in-between frames, you know?
Like to give the spell a
Right. I can see that.
And oh, here's my other thing.
a little taste of witch.
She hexes
Where-
her.
Yes. And the teacher doesn't see it.
No one sees the hex.
And also, that's a really powerful ability to, like, put, like, a sigil on someone where they can't use their abilities properly.
Yes, that's a broken ability, and we don't see it again after this episode.
Why doesn't I see, like, Hex, what's his name? Vexius.
I'm sure his dark magic protects him from that or whatever.
Yeah, he's too powerful. He's too experienced.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Mr. Whiskers.
Professor Whiskers.
And the
Professor Whiskers,
the thing is that he never questions how she was able to do that.
He literally never questions it.
I mean, I guess it happens. But look. Oh wait, look. Hold on. Let me go back. Oh no, they're two witches. I thought it was a witch and a fairy talking in the background on the far left.
Yeah.
Those are two witches. That's
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, they are.
All right. So here's our ugly Sky and Brandon.
Hey, Bloom.
Sky's clothes are so bad.
Oh, do you want to pause and talk about his clothes?
I think I've already said it before. You could pause it, but I'll say it again.
No spell.
Go ahead.
I think I've already said it before. It's like I love shopping at Ross, but Sky looks like he just like had the Goodwill discards of a Ross store, and he just like, jumped into it, rolled around, and then came out.
Well, you don't like the jacket inside the jacket? Look.
No. And like
you
even
don't
like
like
the
fit?
colors, like it doesn't give me like yes, Sky. When I think Brandon or
There we go.
Brendan, I think green, and I like how they put him in green in this show too.
Oh, you're talking about let's go back to the.
I think colors are really important for the characters,
Oh, here we go.
personally.
I mean, his fit is fine.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that I like what they did with Brandon. It's like in the original show, if I'm not mistaken, he was also wearing green.
I gotta go back and look. I'm not sure, but yeah. But yeah, Sky is just ugly. I don't like it.
They did a better job on any other male character. Timmy's like, but Brandon and Riven are the best.
Yeah. I mean, his gold jacket misses his gold shoes ish. So they did match at least.
Sure.
No, that is not enticing.
No.
So- okay, let's continue.
Two?
Sometimes we take classes here. No spells, just stuff like history of magics. Anyway, how's your first day?
I'm looking
Let me pause here. That I think is taken from Fate, if I'm correct, right? I think that the specialists also take classes at Althea.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
think
an
so.
idea
I think so.
they kind of remixed into this show from Fate.
Which, granted, it brings the boys into the episodes more.
Yes.
Makes it more organic.
Yeah, instead of them having to write an excuse for them to show up every so often, I guess. They're just already here.
forward to my
Continue.
ticket.
Oh, it'll get better.
No, your face won't.
It's zooming in on their faces.
That who throws a football like that?
I do.
Yeah, but you don't play football.
And
These are
guess what?
supposed to be.
The football spins exactly like that, just out of control.
But they're supposed to be specialists that are athletic. What was this?
The football should be like it should have like like that. Yeah,
No, it's not.
like the
He
like
didn't
the
even throw it right.
corkscrew, right?
He didn't throw it at a corkscrew. Caleb. Look, let's rewind the tape. Brandon throws it. That's not how
Like
you throw a
how I
football.
would throw it.
And then he throws
Okay,
it the
never
same
mind.
way. They couldn't even animate them throwing a football correctly. All they did was just take the I guess the endpoints and just start flipping them because they didn't want to do a spiral.
That's so funny.
And then why is Sky such a dick? Why did he throw it over on top of Althea? Where's Brandon going? How is he going to get this football?
No, dude. I don't know.
Why did he throw it so far away? Oh,
That'll keep him busy.
keep him busy from what? Oh, because we have to introduce. Oh my lord! Let's pause. All right. So, all right. This is Diaz, bro. From the original show, with this fugly haircut. And I think you said before to me in private, Kayla, what this haircut they were going, what style they were going for. Do you remember?
I do not remember.
You
I
said
think
they
they
were
were.
going for like a southern like look,
Oh,
like a
right.
Southern
Yeah.
Belle or something type of
Yeah,
look or something.
like a jacket to Jesus kind of thing, where it's like toddlers in tiaras and they're just like teasing the hair to the god.
Yeah. No, this doesn't work. It is the most. This I think this is the ugliest haircut on the show.
It is. It literally is. I can't think of any other character that has hair that bad.
And I don't. Do you even like Diaspro's look? I think it's
The
fine.
outfit. I've been thinking about it, and it's like the outfits could be better. Could be better. There's a lot going on, but you know, it is supposed to show you a bit of her character. She's very preppy. She's
Yes.
very opulent.
Mhm.
And yeah.
I think the outfit is fine. The hair is ugly. Her model is okay. This pales in comparison to her original form in the original show. I'm sorry. I don't know why they did this to her. They should have just. I don't understand why she couldn't have just been copied and pasted, like the
I don't
tricks
understand either.
have basically.
Yeah.
I don't.
Especially when
continue.
we know what they're planning on doing with her character.
Exactly. Making her look like this doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't, do anything for me. It makes me. I mean, unless they want me to dislike her because her design is more ugly. But I doubt that's the case. But let's continue. Let's be introduced to
Well, I'm Bloom.
Jasper.
That Jasper is the prettiest I've ever seen. Not that I've seen many.
Right. Sky, how do you know Bloomer?
It's Bloom. We met yesterday.
Sky kind of saved my life. Thanks again.
He's the best. He's also the Prince of Heraklion. Oh, my sweet Prince Charming. That's why he's taking me out for boba now, right?
Oh, sure.
It's our 7.5-month anniversary.
Congratulations.
I mean,
Sweet.
at least they set up that Diaspora does like to do anniversaries
Bye,
of
Bloomer.
Yeah.
everything.
She does.
Okay, let me pause it here. I don't think that interaction was bad.
I
Or,
don't
like,
think it was
super
the
mean.
worst. Was it rude? Yes.
Yes, it was rude, but that doesn't constitute for what they are going to do to her in the later seasons. I mean, not seasons. I'm not in the later episodes. They want me to believe she's such a bad person, but they don't really show that. They show she's rude because she's a princess, and there's no
Oh, well,
excuse.
Stella's a princess.
Yeah. Oh, well, Stella's also rude. Let's be honest. She's a
Yeah,
homewrecker.
okay. Yeah,
But-
you're right.
But we'll get to that
She has her
when it comes
moments,
up.
but she's
Yeah.
our lovable.
Yes. So that first interaction was not enough to tell me that like Diaspro is like, oh my gosh, she is insufferable. Basically.
Yeah.
I didn't get that. I got that she was rude and being territorial.
Yes, absolutely. Especially since the camera zoomed in on Sky's face and Bloom's face, and they were making eye contact.
And smiling.
So, yeah.
I was like, okay. And then Diaspora was like, all right, this is getting kind of weird. This is my boyfriend. Let's go.
Right.
So let's continue. That's our introduction to Diaspro. Don't like her design that much at all. It at least pales in comparison to her original design. She could have just been copy and pasted like the tricks pretty much have been, but they decided to go with something new. So whatever.
Oh, look who's here.
Here's the tricks to pick on.
That's a pretty mean trick you played
Bloom.
on me yesterday. A funny trick between sisters. It's a witch tradition. I'm not a witch.
Sure.
I don't understand why she would believe anything they say.
No, maybe a little.
Yeah, I don't understand either. She's just really gullible.
There's a room of reflection in the West Tower. It's got the same magic the teachers use for the witch fairy test. You can check anytime.
Why would you believe her?
Thanks, but no thanks.
All right. Thank you. You say thanks, no thanks, and go ask your actual friends.
Yeah.
But of course, I don't think she does that.
Because they're all so busy.
At least at least everybody's doing their own thing, you know.
Stella, can you move that mountain of boxes? There's no room in my nook. It's my shoe collection. Why don't you move your treadmill?
Uncomfortable with
Your shoe collection should be in your room, babe.
All right,
Paul.
What the? What happened? Did I skip ahead on accident? Let me go back. So I do like that they're butting heads a little bit in this dorm situation. I think that is cool to show that, you know, they're not all buddy friend.
Right.
And these are still teenagers, you know, getting used to living with other people. And Stella, of course, puts her stuff on somebody else's stuff because she's a princess. Even though Aisha's a princess too, so
Yep, she is.
I feel like there's something there they could have explored, but no, not really.
Stella, can you move that mountain of boxes? There's no room in my nook.
I do like Tekna's response though to this whole exchange.
uncomfortable with argument.
I really find that as a cool character thing that she said that. So like, it's just like an offhand comment, but you get more insight to her character. That she's like more, you know, reserved and doesn't like to come into conflict with people. I think that's cool.
I can agree with that. Yeah.
I'm biased though. Tekna's like my favorite. So
I had an idea.
Same.
Musa, you don't mind moving your amp, do you?
Stella, just move your things.
Done.
Ugh, you're impossible.
You're impassable.
Hey, since we're all roommates, let's hang out tonight. Like a bonding thing. I love that idea. I don't know if that's really my thing.
why is that not Aisha thing?
And that's why I'm not allowed in the school library anymore.
Oh, I can't breathe. Give me a minute. Ooh, let's make this like an actual party. Snacks, drinks, music. Music covered. I programmed the lights. Drinks, I can handle. Juice? I love pomegranate juice, but you can't get it in Althea.
Those cups are empty. There's nothing in those cups.
How can you drink that?
All right, I'm gonna say this is a pet peeve of mine in terms of movies and TV shows when the cups are in general when the cups are clearly empty and they still act like there's something in the cups. When you can clearly tell by the way they pick up the cup and set the cup down and the sound of the cup when it hits the table or whatever object it lands on, that there is obviously nothing in that cup. And they still do the same thing in animation. Those cups were empty. It sounded empty when they grabbed the cups. Because if you go to the scene where where Bloom grabs the cup and Musa grabs the cup, there should be liquid sloshing in the cup.
Like, it should have some weight to it.
Yes, there is no weight to that cup. There's no weight to the water or whatever pomegranate juice or whatever Bloom has in that cup. But that's just a pet peeve of mine that I've noticed in animation. I don't understand why it's in animation. It shouldn't be in live action either, but you know, live action has other rules or whatever.
Yeah.
That they have to follow, whatever. All right, let's continue. That they're drinking pomegranate juice, and I guess they're trying it for the first time because it's hard to find or something.
I've always wanted to try popcorn. Maybe more.
Okay. Let me say this. I'm gonna pause it here. Bloom says I always wanted to try popcorn. Does that mean she's never tried popcorn before in her 16 years of being alive?
Maybe it's because we're American.
Do they not have popcorn? Where's the show made? Italy or something? They have to.
Well,
there's no way.
Like we're like American. Like, we come from corn country.
Fields?
Yeah.
I guess. I guess maybe they don't have. Maybe it's a cultural thing. Maybe they don't get popcorn. Unless instead of taking her literally, she means I wanted to try to cook popcorn with my magic.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Maybe that's a translation issue.
I mean, it could be. but the way she said it made it sound like she'd never had popcorn in her 16 years of being alive.
No, that, like, okay. This is a reoccurring issue, I think, with like the writing, and I have not said this specifically before, but this is still an issue with the writing. I think they write Bloom to be like the Little Mermaid, like Ariel being like, "Oh, that's
Oh,
so
yes.
new.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
that's
fish
so
out of water.
shiny. I've never tried that before."
Oh, you're correct, Kayla. They kind of turned Bloom into like a straight up Ariel instead of making her Bloom from the original show.
Yeah. I miss my original Bloom.
Yeah, me too. Because also this scene where she like trying to force them to get together. Well, not force them, but like suggests for them to like hang out and like bond. I wish they would explain why she's like that instead of, she's just like that.
Right.
I wish they would have been like kind of like dived into like a backstory of like, oh, she didn't really have a lot of friends in her own high school because of Mitzi or whatever, right? Because she was
No,
bullied
like
or something.
literally, like isn't that what I said when we were like talking before about this? And it's like the only person that she knows, or at least that they show us that she knows from high school, is Mitzi.
Yeah.
Literally the only person.
It's the only person that matters, basically. From her human school.
Like
But
she jumped at the opportunity to go to Althea, and there's like literally nobody that misses her at home besides her parents.
Literally. Because and what would fix this if they in the first episode Bloom says that, I'm kind of lonely or I don't have that many friends or something, just one line. And then that would give you like context into her backstory if you want to, use your imagination. That's why she's trying to like, be an what's it called? Introvert and extrovert. Well, she's trying to be an extrovert and trying to, get the girls to be like a little friend club, family thing,
I mean, like they're already roommates.
Exactly.
So like she just wants that like bonding of like them hanging out more.
Because maybe she never had this before, but the show does not tell you that at all. The show tells you nothing about her human life. And I think they kind of do that in the original show too. And I think that's if I remember right, that's kind of a fault in my opinion of the original show. Like she just kind of leaves the whole human friends and their school behind for magic.
I mean, like at least in like
it.
Sailor Moon, she gets like a whole nother friend group, but she at least had one original friend. I'm not going to count the nerdy guy that had a crush on Usagi as her friend because like I don't think he's really a friend. I don't even think she would consider him a friend. He's just a creepy simp.
Language.
Yeah, a creepy nerdy simp. But she at least had one original friend before meeting her other friends that formed the Sailor Guardians.
Yeah. Because that just annoys me in modern media when it deals with like, oh, you're going to, magic. We found out that you're magic. Did you have a life before? You're like 17 years old.
It literally makes me feel like they just like spawned into existence like at the age that they are at.
Exactly. It doesn't feel like they actually had a life before this. And some authors do write it that like they didn't have a life before this, but you should at least say it. All right, let's continue. I think the hex is about to come back up. Yep. No one notices the hex, and she blows up the table.
Aisha, I don't think you need to splash everybody.
I'm so
No.
sorry. It's okay, Bloom. Really.
Can we stop having fun now? Yeah, I think that's enough excitement.
And Techna, you can like build a like tech wind machine to like drive everybody off.
She doesn't feel like doing that. She's upset. She doesn't like conflict.
Actually,
Get your
Stella
shoes.
can do that.
Wait, let me pause it. Bloom, get your shoes off the couch.
Literally every single
no.
movie, television show, it's just across all media, when I see somebody's shoes on the furniture, I have to stop and say that because it's like it's so weird. Who puts their shoes on the furniture? That's nasty.
You've been walking around all day, Bloom, and your shoes are on the the community couch. That's crazy. They all have to sit here.
And lay down and relax there, like.
But you
Ugh.
know the real reason they didn't want to animate
They
her.
don't want to animate feet. I mean, it's the
Well,
same thing
not
in
feet,
like
just socks. She could have just
yeah,
had socks on.
even. Yeah, she could have
They
just
didn't
had
want to
socks
do that
on.
because they're trying to get through this with as cheap as possible. So she has to put the shoes on the.
But like they even do it in like dramas, like like live action television, where it's like they don't typically show them without shoes on. They can't even just be wearing socks.
True. But let's continue. That's just a little pet peeve. Get your shoes off the couch, please.
Who am I?
Oh, the couch is so
have to
dirty.
know.
And the fact she's so bothered by this that she. Let me pause it one more
This
time.
is insane.
She is
She
going
can't
to
sleep.
believe the tricks without asking one single Winx Club member or friend or whatever, her roommate, without asking any of her experienced roommates about this. Because if she asks one of them, this breaks the whole episode. So she just believes the tricks once again. For no reason after the tricks, Icy specifically tricked her. Again, I don't know, whatever. And then, okay, logically speaking, wouldn't you think that if she did this to me by tricking me to, let loose the changelings, and then Bloom saw them opening the portal for the changelings to go to her high school, wouldn't you think that, oh no, they're probably playing another trick on me? Or if you believe Icy and that it's just hazing between the witches or sisters, this is just another hazing ritual, right? Wouldn't your brain logically go that way? They're like, why would I believe them now? They must be trying to haze me again. But Bloom is so scared of being a witch because she blew up the table with the popcorn. I don't understand how that. And and that's the other thing. Oh, go ahead. Good.
I was just about to say that something that like takes me a little bit out of the immersion is just like, the lack of details and stuff. Again, I know that they're working with a very, not large budget, and it's just easier for them to keep the characters in their regular clothes all the time. But I kind of miss, not kind of, I do. I miss watching magical girl shows or shows geared towards girls, and they changed their outfits, or even the original Winx Club show. They changed their outfits so much throughout that show. So like literally Bloom not being able to sleep, she's like sitting on the couch in the darkness, everybody else is in bed. Like, did she just like stop functioning? Cause like wouldn't she be in like sweatpants, like her pajamas or something while she's thinking?
No, I think the show wants you to believe she basically stopped functioning after she dried her hair off or whatever from the water. And she was like, she's so down because her whole plan got messed up because she blew up the popcorn and the table with the food. So she's sulking the whole time. I think that's what the show wants you to believe. I don't like that, but whatever. And plus, it keeps the cost down if they don't have to animate her in a night outfit.
Yes.
But I completely agree with you
I'm
that
just saying is that, like, again, for Sailor Moon, we saw them, or at least Usagi, in her nightgown or her pajamas when she was at home.
But I completely agree with you that they should change their clothes more often depending on the situation and time of day. But I mean, the show at least changes their outfits a few times during the season.
Yeah.
It's just not as much as the original show.
It's not as frequent as it was before. Yeah.
And like you said, that's part of the charm of the show was the outfits, and yeah. So they're trying with the limited budget they have. I'll give the animators that they can't do as much with the time and money, probably. But let's continue with her going to this mirror room, and
I'm sure Icy said it was in the West Tower.
yeah, she said it was in the West Tower, but did she give you an actual room? Okay, let me pause. All right, this mystery room with the mirrors. Is this not Harry Potter, Kayla? With that mirror that shows you your greatest fear?
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, y'all ripped this straight from Harry Potter. This whole episode is basically ripped.
They were definitely taking inspo this season from Harry Potter.
Definitely. Because the sorting thing, if I remember right, is not a thing until this season. And these mirror things, I don't think are a thing until this season. Now, granted, these mirrors, I believe, are a trick by the tricks.
Yeah.
So I don't know if these are actually exist or is just an illusion by Darcy or something. But I was like, this is just Harry Potter. This is just but it's fine.
Is it? Took you long enough. Huh? The Room of Reflection. The first magic users came here to find out if they were witches or fairies. Before
Why would they need to know that?
ceremony.
Okay. The first I'll pause it here. The first witches came here to find out if they were fairies or witches. Now, granted, I think Icy is lying, but if she's telling the truth, like partial truth, that's like the founders of Hogwarts finding Hogwarts or establishing Hogwarts and then need magical mirror to figure out what house they're in when they make the houses. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, I do see what you're saying.
It makes no sense. What I am using dark magic. I know I'm a witch. Oh, that's like the Hufflepuff founder saying, "Oh yes, what are Hufflepuff traits? They like to read and stuff, or is that Ravenclaw? That's Ravenclaw, isn't it?"
Yes, Ravenclaw is the studious ones.
Okay, let's take Ravenclaw. It's like Ravenclaw saying that, "Oh, I need a magic mirror to tell me what house I should name my, things I like to do in magic or something." It makes no sense. Now, granted, like I said, Icy might be just completely lying about this whole thing, and she probably is.
So, how do I turn it on? Is this my future?
I'm going to
Girl,
burn
like-
the school down.
Like, oh my gosh, like none of this makes any sense to me because it's like it's gonna be your future if you want it to be your future. You don't need to burn the school down unless there's a reason to.
Oh well, they're playing with the whole destiny thing. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
see,
it's
a
her
trick by
destiny to
Darcy.
become evil.
But this is all tricked by Darcy. She cries with no tears.
Bloom, wait. When you're ready, come find me. I can help you.
All right, can I pause it here real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, here's another instance where the story could have turned for something interesting.
Mm-hmm.
If Bloom actually went to Icy because she truly believed that she was a witch by this trick that Darcy played, that could have been a very interesting turn. But no, the show can't do that. It won't do that. I'll put it that way. Spoiler. It won't do that. But going along the lines of saying that our thing that we liked to not that thing. Going along the lines of what we were saying, that it would have been interesting that if she became an actual witch in this show to change it up. Even if she didn't become an actual witch, if she joined Icy and them as normal Bloom for a short period of time because she was tricked by them, obviously, it would have been interesting interaction to see in this new show what you can play with if Bloom was a part of the tricks. Normal Bloom. I'm not talking about Dark Bloom. Normal Bloom was a part of the tricks. and truly tried to, you know, control her powers, you know, and because the tricks could have been like a pseudo stepping stone for her to control her powers and learn something about the witches. That would have been interesting, you know. But like I said before many times, probably have to save all that for Damien. All right, I'm gonna continue. Do you have any thoughts on what I said or no?
No.
Okay, let's continue.
You were right.
I can keep the Kiko notebook, but not the doll. Whatever. Does she have a room? We've never seen her room.
That's the same thing with every other girl there besides Stella. Stella's the only one where we have seen that she actually has a bedroom, and her bedroom's
And
empty.
what is that? The next episode, I think, or something. In the next 2 episodes, we see Stella's room.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't see anybody else's room. We just see the common area
Yeah, because they don't want to show their bedrooms.
because they don't want to make them.
Yeah, they don't want to put in the extra effort to make them.
All right, let me pause it here real quick. I understand Bloom is sad because she thinks she might be a witch because she got tricked by Darcy in the mirrors, and Icy telling her that fake story probably. But she still does not. She still believes the tricks over asking any of her roommates.
Right?
At this point, it makes no sense.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, you could try to twist that the show is trying to tell you that she feels responsible for what happened last night and doesn't feel confident enough to confide in her roommates because she thinks she messed up the whole encounter because she blew up the fire. So that they're going to be mad at her regardless or something. But I'm doing a lot of mental gymnastics to try to make that work, I feel like. What do you think? Am I doing too much reading into the show to try to make that work instead of her just crying and running away without asking anybody?
I think, well, considering how we know the script to be, yes.
All right, we'll continue.
Heard she set fire to her dorm.
Oh well.
No, totally witch material.
Okay, pause. How do they know this? How do they know that she set fire to her dorm? The only people that were there were the girls. So someone told.
When I saw this led me to believe that it's like, okay, so one of your roommates is gossiping about you?
Most likely Stella.
But like, why would Stella do that though? Like, Stella and Flora are supposed to be her. You can't see what my fingers are doing, but they're supposed to be locked, you know?
Now, well, that's another problem that people had with this new version is that instead of Stella being the only one that saves Bloom at the beginning, giving them like a special relationship together.
Right. It's Flora and Stella.
Stella and Flora. Yeah. So they don't have enough screen time together for them to become BFFs. Now, I mean, they kind of tried to do it in the first episode with them like taking all the punishment together or whatever. Sure. And stopping, the changelings. But it's still not enough in my opinion. And like you said before, one of the roommates are spreading rumors because they were the only girls in that room, unless there's a spy cam from another girl, or unless I'm still reading way too much into this episode, unless Icy used her spy spell to see what happened, and then she spread the rumors about Bloom setting a fire to their dorm. That could be a possibility, right?
Yeah.
But once again, I don't think the show ever tells you that. But let's continue. And then they automatically call her a witch for setting a fire to a table.
So, have you made your choice?
When there's plenty of other fire fairies.
Oh, Kayla. Oh my gosh, you're correct. Did we not in the first episode have a fire fairy accidentally access magic set fire to that bush. Where one of the trick sisters were like, the freshmen cannot stop setting fires at a bush. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Does that mean they're a witch? Or
All good questions.
or are those two girls that said that stuff part of Darcy like magic? Are they fake people? I don't think they're fake people because I think they show up again in the season as background characters. So I don't think that's the case. But it's weird. I don't know. It's weird that they automatically label her as a witch because they're trying to do that whole, petty rumor thing. But there's other fire fairies on campus that set fire to stuff at random. Unless they get bullied and called a witch too behind their backs, or actually in front of them. That wasn't even behind Bloom's back. All right, but she goes to the Tricks for help, and this is not really help because she asks the Tricks to send her home, basically.
Since I'm going to be a witch and a danger to my friends, I'd rather disappear. It's not like I really belong here anyway.
You won't have to worry about hurting anyone if I send you home. You'll be less of a threat over there, hopefully.
All right, pause. All right. So Bloom says, I want to be a witch anyway. So, and then Icy's like, I'm going to send you home because you'll be less of a threat. Isn't this a decision you should go speak to Miss Farragonda for?
Yes, absolutely.
Or Miss Griffith? Because obviously I'm going to become a witch that destroys the school. I should maybe ask the witch headmistress? Maybe. Just saying. That's a thought. Maybe one of the headmistresses has an idea of what's going on. But no, because this whole episode would fall apart if Bloom asked a random person on campus about this mirror room, this episode falls apart. But whatever. This whole premise is dumb, this episode. And I don't understand why witches are so looked down upon when they share the same school.
They literally share the same school.
And the cool thing, a thing that could have been cool in the show is if you wanted to show how fairies are kind of prejudiced against witches and how that affects witches. But the only perspective we get is the Tricks and Damien, and they're doing bad stuff anyway. So they don't matter. There's no good witch perspective on this show because this show is not long enough to actually give you that. Now, granted, I think there is a storyline like that in the original Winx Club show where a person becomes a witch, but just like a good witch, right? I believe. Mm-hmm. I think there's a storyline like that. So maybe if you do that storyline, you're stepping on the toes of another character that you could potentially bring back in this new show. So maybe just leave it alone, I guess. Oh, you see, they animated the front of the school. Why didn't they do that with the changelings in the first episode? They showed a picture of Earth.
Good question.
Whatever.
Bro, she's reminiscing. I said
a few days she's been there.
Like the 3 days, bro. The 2 days, dude.
And then
and Sky's face.
Hold on, pause. Wait, I'm messing up. Hold on, I'm messing up. Hold on. All right, I want to pause there. Her last thought was Sky.
He has a girlfriend, and they just met 2 days ago. Literally 2 days ago.
She knows he has a girlfriend. Diaspora literally pulled him away and said it in front of her face. But it could be that whole thing is one of those, I want him more because I can't have him. Right? Maybe they're playing with that.
I have nothing nice to say about clownfish type of people like that.
I mean, I think that's what they're going for because it makes no sense why Bloom is like, I understand he was nice to her or whatever, but she instantly fell in love with him and then finds out he has a girlfriend, and her last thought before she leaves the school is not of her roommates. It's of Sky. I think that's bad. I think that sucks.
Pretty freaking bad, bro.
Now, I would have liked it way better if Sky was the first thing, maybe, or in the middle. Actually, Sky should have been in the middle, and then her roommates should have been last. But Sky's the last thing she thinks of is crazy. And then Miss Farragut's assistant that's spying on them, but can't get the tricks expelled for some reason when the tricks are obviously planning something.
Oh, look who it is. Did you really think you could get away with locking me in the bathroom? Nice to see you too, Mitzi.
Oh, I guess you could tell. I mean, okay.
Can we
So-
pause it again? Because like
Go ahead.
she's just walking around her high school, right? First of all, why is the first place she came to her high school instead of going home?
The show wants you to believe that the show probably wants you to believe she went home, somehow got re-enrolled in high school or whatever.
Within an hour?
Hey, this show has no timeline. It won't tell you how long anything is for some reason. So I don't get it. You got something else to say?
No, that's it. Again,
Okay.
we already went over the whole like Mitzi is literally the only person that knows Bloom. No one else knows Bloom.
All right. So I want to go
No,
back
no one
real
else is
quick.
going, "Oh, hey Bloom, you're back. Wow, where you been?"
Yeah, because instead of that, let's go back real quick. When she enters the school, she gets weird stares. And did you see those two not side characters, but like background people frown? Why is she frowning at her?
No
Did
clue.
Mitzi say something about her on the internet? Possibly. And then Mitzi says you thought you were going to get away with locking me in the bathroom. So did Mitzi do something that now people are talking about Bloom behind her back type stuff? Like, did she get slandered on their version of TikTok or Instagram or something? But the show won't say anything.
Oh, look who it is. Did you really think you could get away with locking me in the bathroom? Nice to see you too, Mitzi. This is so not over.
Oh,
I
She
don't
didn't tell her-
understand.
okay,
I don't even
you're-
understand why you didn't go home first.
so yeah, it was
Like,
only like
girl, what classes are you going to? You're going into your locker to grab a book for what class that you're not enrolled in, girlie?
it was literally the next frame that she says I should tell my parents. So that means the show wants you to believe she went straight to school. She didn't even go to her parents' place first. And how do you still have a schedule? You've been out of school for like weeks upon days, probably. Like I said, okay. I just came up with a semi-dumb excuse that the show does not tell you.
What?
But what happens? You remember in Inuyasha when Kagome's grandfather is making up weird excuses for why Kagome can't be at school?
Yeah.
Like she has like every illness in the book every single day because he's just pulling things out of his butt so she can stay enrolled in school while she's gone for multiple days in the past with Inuyasha and the gang. So maybe the parents are coming up with an excuse every single day that Bloom has like these chronic illnesses. It's more funny in my head saying it than whatever the show is going to give you. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Now, granted, that's from a better show. This is not even trying to help and
Nope.
give you any context. So let's continue.
Chemistry in room 219.
How do you have a schedule?
All right. Let me pause here. This makes no sense. How did the tricks know what? I mean, okay. Icy has a clairvoyant spell or a spy spell, whatever you want to call it. Fine. But why is the classroom empty? Unless the show is saying that Bloom has been gone for so long the schedule has literally changed, and she doesn't realize it. Because why is the classroom empty? If this was a thought out plan by the Tricks, how did the Tricks know her schedule? Unless, like I said, Icy used her spy spell, but the show never gives you any context that she's used it in this scenario. And if Bloom's schedule was real, that means that the Tricks had to hex the whole class into leaving the room.
Yeah.
Or, like I said before, Bloom's schedule is wrong because Bloom has been gone for so long. But the show never tells me which one you want me to believe. The Tricks just show up like this was a whole plan.
What do you want?
Just checking in.
They're trying to kill you.
You're alone and defenseless. Without this, your magic will be much less unpredictable. No more friendly fire.
You set all this up? Why?
Oh, no big deal.
Okay, Bloom dodged that first one.
Steal your
That was good.
He does
Dodge
the second one.
Although, I feel like she shouldn't be able to, because, fast as lightning.
I have a problem with Stormy's powers. Because
Her
it's either
lightning
slow.
is so slow.
It's either slow lightning, or it's like they have lightning fast reflexes in terms of power scaling. I don't know which one they want me to believe. I think my headcanon is that she just has slow lightning, because faster than lightning reflexes is dummy crazy. That's like shonen action cartoon levels of feats, But whatever. I mean, they're magic.
Whatever,
It could
I
be.
guess.
Yeah, it's magic. They could have lightning fast reflexes. Maybe, I don't know. All right, here comes our assistant. I don't forgot her name. Do you remember her name? Miss Farragonda's assistant.
Shoot, no, I totally
I
forgot.
think-
Robin.
Robin. Yeah,
It's
you're right.
Robin. It's Robin.
Wait, hold on. Can I go back real quick? I don't think any ice left Icy's hand. Did I miss a frame? Is there a frame in between? I don't think. Maybe there was a frame in between, a quick frame. It didn't look like any ice left Icy's hand, and it just.
I saw steam.
I
Just
saw
some
steam
mist.
too. And why is Icy the only one shooting? Shouldn't everybody be shooting? If everybody, and then they can't hit Bloom. Bloom is sitting on the floor. If you go back here, and no one can hit her. Look at her. She's curled up in a ball, and they all became stormtroopers. They literally can't hit her. She's sitting right in front of them. Now, I think I did come up with an excuse, as like maybe they're not trying to hit her and they're just trying to really scare her. Maybe.
No, I think they're just being stormtroopers.
Okay. It's weird. I don't know.
No, that it is weird. But again, there's a lot of weird stuff that happens in the show.
Yes. All right. Let's roll it back. Let's go. Let's continue.
Robin? Aren't you Farragonda's assistant?
Okay. I kind of like Robin being a specialist, but I think it would have been more interesting if Robin was a witch. Do you agree or disagree?
No, I think it is pretty cool that she's a specialist.
But wouldn't it be so much cooler to have a witch perspective, a good witch perspective in the show? Like maybe she's like a witch, but she's like, because she's Miss Farragonda's assistant, she's like a witch specialist. Because she's like a pseudo spy anyway in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't that be kind of cool?
But I mean, I like
the
way that
Because I
they're
don't think
like.
there's have not been a character in Winx Club that's like two things, right? Maybe in the OG show there has been one, but I'm not sure.
I like the way that they have specialist, witch, fairy.
Yeah, I'm just saying it would be
Griffin.
cool if she
Yeah.
was like both, you know, she was like an
Yeah.
undercover witch.
But
like that good
this
witch
show's
perspective.
not.
Sophisticated enough for that, I know.
Yeah.
Because we got to save it for Damien. You got to remember Damien. So we can't do like a lot of the interesting stuff because Damien has to do it. Yay. All right, let's continue.
How did you find me?
That's one strong shield.
Enough talking.
Look, I did it!
How nice of you. Now, give it to me. Magica Potentia Captorium.
Not so fast! I can't turn it off!
Try to focus.
I am trying!
She's gonna burn the school down.
All right, can I pause it there real quick? All
Yeah,
right.
go
So are they saying that Bloom's magic is activated with negative emotions? Like anger? Right?
Yes.
So later we learn about how Damien's powers work that I won't spoil yet until we get there. But interesting.
Mhm.
Okay. You see where my line of thinking is without saying it?
Yes. Yes. I
Okay.
do.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting.
Icy,
Let's keep going.
we gotta go!
Kayla, they couldn't even animate a full fire truck. They showed the lights on top of it, and that was a very quick response fire truck. That fire station must have been like next door.
Her dad's
Or-
coming. Because her dad's a firefighter.
Yeah, but the firefighter response was super quick. Like,
Yeah,
were the firefighters already at the school? I don't think firefighters ever get to there that quick. But we have to, condense the episode time. We limit it.
Stand back, people. Bloom?
Poppy.
Dad? Can we talk?
I might be magic.
The truth is, Bloom hasn't been attending a normal boarding school. Althea is for students learning to use their magic powers.
And you're not surprised.
We've always known you've had powers, Bloom. We're your parents. Give us some credit.
Also, when we signed the admission forms for Althea, they turned into glowing butterflies and flew,
Into a portal?
That's what that was. Anyway, Bloom, what happened?
Classes are hard.
I'll pause there. I do like that they got it out the way, that the parents always knew Bloom had powers. And so they're implying that Bloom... So when her powers started acting up, they already knew at some
Yeah.
point, basically. what they're
So
saying?
there really
Okay.
wasn't any need for her to hide it.
There's no reason for her to hide it, especially since there was no conflict between them like in the original show. If they were such a lovey-dovey family, Bloom would have just came out to them anyway. They didn't seem like Bloom was butting heads or was afraid that they would be ashamed of her in any way with those few minutes that we even had them on screen. They didn't set up the parents and her relationship well for her to want to hide her powers at all. But hey, that's a problem for the first episode that they did not fix. Let's continue.
Harder for me than everyone else. The fairies are nice, but they don't need me. And I'm
Why does
always
Robin have a
in
dog tag?
trouble.
Bloom,
Because she's a specialist. She's
Do all
sporty.
specialists have dog tags?
No.
Really hurting them. I don't know if I'm a fairy or a witch.
Sky and Brandon didn't have
I
dog
want
tags.
my normal self again.
I guess maybe it's just a fashion
we
thing.
understand, but this is your normal self.
we know this isn't easy, but hard things never are. And anything you've ever set out to do, you've done. And you've done well.
Someday Althea will be on that list too.
You really think so?
We know so.
All right, can I pause here real quick?
What are you doing?
How does Stella know what she was saying? With it, is there does Stella have an eavesdrop spell?
She might. I don't know.
Because it makes no sense how she walks in and already knows what Bloom has already said. Like she had the full context of the conversation. I just find that very weird that she did that without ever showing that she has an eavesdrop spell like Icy does. Whatever. Let's continue.
Bloom, we're sorry we made you feel uncomfortable after the fire thing.
From now on, please tell us if something's bothering you.
Did she ever say that she felt uncomfortable after the fire thing in this conversation with her parents and Robin?
No, I don't think so. Right?
I don't think so. So the girls just assumed that she felt uncomfortable. Basically. Because they don't know. Remember, that she hasn't told them about any of this tricks and witch stuff that they tricked her with. Which was the actual reason why she left. So they're just assuming that they were being mean, basically. Let's continue.
Musa's always telling me when I bug her.
I am.
I think everyone tells you when they're bugging them, Stella.
We've only been with us a few days, but we really miss you, Bloom.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, shuck, guys. Thanks. I love you. I love all of you.
Portalis, Althea, and Foco.
We're so proud of you.
I'm glad the parents are okay with just portals opening up random in their house.
Take care.
I will, Dad. Come on. We're still in time for the ceremony.
Well, I tell you, they're really flying through these storylines.
They really are. Neck breaking.
Hey, Damien. About yesterday, I wanted to apologize for my.
Spare me.
Spare me.
Spare me. It's so edgy. Oh my god. Wait. Let me pause here and go back. I want to look at the people in the audience real quick. At the students in the audience. Yes, clearly
Wow.
there is no way. Kayla, there's duplicates. Do you see the duplicates?
Yes, I see them.
Oh my god. Maybe they're twins.
I didn't see that the first time. But...
Oh my gosh, there's multiple duplicates.
Well,
Maybe they're twins.
We said that there were duplicates, but
But I never paused on this to examine.
yeah, no, we didn't.
this scene.
Like, they're too far back for me to like notice in the split second.
Oh my gosh, there's multiple duplicates in this shot. Maybe there's just a lot of twins that go to the school, right?
Right. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, almost everyone in this crowd is duplicated. From one side to the other. Oh my gosh, they didn't have enough budget to animate extra background characters. Wow, this is bad. Oh my gosh, that's really bad. Kayla, there's a girl in here that's been duplicated, but what the animators gave her pink hair on one side and the other one doesn't have pink hair. So at least they tried on her.
I see. No, Dion, because that's what we talked about before. Of like they'll have literally the same character and then change the skin color, or they'll have literally the same character in like this, change the hair color.
I would at least like them to change the hair color to make it look like maybe they just all shop from the same store, but they're different people. I don't know. That's bad. But anyway, besides the duplicated characters that are all over the screen, I wanted to say, yes, we need a sorting ceremony for Althea because clearly we don't know which ones are fairies and which ones are witches, right? No one can tell. It's so ambiguous.
Yeah.
It could be any of you.
Even though we literally have never seen it so far in the show, we have never seen a fairy dress edgy.
Or dress in black, period, basically.
Yeah.
No, none of them.
Besides what's about to happen,
But that's why I said it would have been interesting if Miss Farragut's assistant, Robin, was like part witch or something. Because then she would be like an indicator that like, oh, not all witches dress in black. That's kind of cool.
No, there would be too much going on for them.
For the writing staff?
Yeah, the writing staff would be like, what? No, it's just easier to have them all in their own lane.
Then why do we need a sorting ceremony? Because Damien? Because Damien. We need a sorting ceremony because Damien. Oh God. Damien. Let's continue. This scene is wild just looking at this.
Dear students, welcome to Althea. As you all know, there must always be a balance of power between fairies and witches in order to...
Okay. There has to be a balance of power between fairies and witches. What happens if there's an imbalance of power and there are too many fairies to witches or too many witches to fairies? Do they kill them? Do they suck their powers away? It sounds real Hunger Games-ish or something, you know? I just find that line that she says in the speech kind of weird. Because what happens if what happens if their class has way more witches than fairies? What do they do? Do they
all good questions?
Send some of them home? And was like, y'all have to wait till next year to try again. Maybe. I don't know. That line is weird. How do you have a balance when the balance is always going to be off depending unless there's a magical god where the magical god says there always have to be a certain number of witches and a certain number of fairies to equal each other out. But like I said, the show never establishes that, so I'm not giving them that. Look at Bloom's face. You're so cute, little chubby cheeks.
He looks like a rodent.
Now, let us find that balance.
I really do dislike that she's so freaked out that she's a witch. I dislike that.
Is so not happening.
Why do we hate witches so much when you go to school with witches?
No, literally.
The only witches that do bad things at the school is to tricks. Oh, you're a witch. What a surprise. Not really. Psych. That would be so hilarious. They do psych. All right. Can I pause? Okay, I'm gonna continue, but I'm gonna talk over this. So the way they find out that if you're a witch or a fairy is they close their eyes and they vibe check you. That is the best they could have come up with for this show was the headmistress's vibe checking you to see if you're a witch or a fairy. That is some of the most the tricks with the whole mirror thing was way more creative than this. Even though the mirror scene was a rip from Harry Potter, but still, that was still more visually creative than the headmistresses closing their eyes. I was like, and also, if you're gonna take things from Harry Potter, then take things from Harry Potter and use like a cool hat or bracelet or choker, you know, something, a fashion piece, right?
I mean, yeah, you could do that too.
Wouldn't that make the world feel more lived in and like, oh, they have their own magical items instead of the headmistresses vibe checking you with their, they're
I don't really
reading
mind it
your
that
aura
much,
level.
to be honest.
What?
Oh, I wonder what she's gonna be. Is she gonna be a fairy?
Maybe. No, of course not.
Yeah, of course not.
She dressed in too much black and purple. and dark
She has
purple.
an upside down heart, like sticker on her cheek.
It's such a mystery. Oh, I'm so at the edge of my seat.
Impressive. Her power.
Her power level is over 9,000.
Bloom, you are a fairy.
I really hope that Bloom can switch between both.
It was fun while it lasted.
Yeah, maybe if you actually tried to help her and convince her that she was a witch instead of trying to attack her.
You're old enough for regular classes.
Okay, didn't you want to say something about Damien in this scene?
No, it's just that we know how this is, but we'll let the scene play. We'll let the scene play, and then I'll say what my
Okay.
little thingy.
Let's continue.
There's darkness within the boy. Yet the potential for light. But since any presence of darkness tips the scales in your favor, Warlock. Let me know if you have problems caring for the magical creatures and doing your schoolwork, Damien.
All right, I'm gonna pause it here
Okay.
before they say anything. Go ahead. You start.
So, Damien's a warlock.
Yes.
First of all,
Mhm.
we don't even really know what that means. Like, are
That's
the male
that's the male
fairies
witches.
also called? Okay, so if it's male witches, then it's like maybe there actually was like a really high chance that Bloom could have been a fairy too. I mean, a witch. That Bloom could have been a witch as well.
I mean,
Or like what you said, maybe they could switch.
yeah, because Bloom has dragon flame powers that we know of right now. Damien has a little bit of darkness in him, so that immediately sways him to being on the witch side. And I want to also say that there are male witches. You don't automatically become a warlock just because you're a male witch. A witch is just a naming scheme for, that order or whatever. I'm not all into like that stuff, but I know that there are male witches. The word witch is not just for women. It's unisex if I'm not mistaken, right? You don't know?
No.
Okay. Yes, I believe from what I looked at, the word witch is a unisex word. It's not just for women. Now, it is heavily associated with women because
It's
of,
typically heavily associated
Yes.
with women.
But you don't become an automatically warlock. And then also the word warlock can be used for male just wizards in general. So if you become a fairy guy, do you become a warlock also? You see what I'm saying? What's the male version of a warlock, since warlock is associated with witch, for the fairies? A wizard? I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
So when you become a male fairy, you become a wizard instead of a warlock. Sure. It just doesn't make sense. He could have just been called a witch. I don't understand why they need to differentiate like this for no reason. And then also, I want to say that any inkling of darkness turns you. That is the most arbitrarily dumb thing ever, in my opinion. So you're telling me I'm a fairy, and just because I like to kick trash cans,
or maybe I'm going
witch.
through like a rough patch where it yeah,
I'm depressed.
I'm depressed. I'm upset at the world. I'm angry. I'm just like being like really negative because of whatever's going on in my life, and then all of a sudden I'm a witch.
Yeah, and we already saw that Bloom, the way she activated her powers was being angry at the tricks. So you tell me anger is not a negative emotion? Is not slightly dark? So I don't buy this whole like I said, this whole sorting hat situation should have never been a thing. Because this is dumb the way they used it in the show, in my opinion. Because all we had to do, all this was for Damien and his conflict, because Damien had to be in this episode because he's a pseudo main character. So it makes no sense. Well, I mean, we understand why Damien gets switched over to Warlock or whatever when you later in the season, but it still makes no sense that the excuse is that there's a small inkling of darkness, so you switch. What is the definition of darkness to them? Do you like to torture puppies? Like, or do you feel like you like
just being brooding? Like, I don't.
Yeah, it's so vague and in the air. Like, is pushing over an old woman? Like, you want to push over old women? That means you're automatically a witch or warlock? What happens if I like to pick flowers? Is that dark because I'm killing the flowers? It's arbitrary. So I don't know. I don't like this whole sorting hat situation with the headmistress's vibe checking you. Do you want to add any other things to the scene? I think this whole scene is stupid.
No, I think we're done. I think we're
okay. Let's continue. Let's have them gas up Damien for no reason.
Serious and gloomy, but there's something
Oh,
inside.
shut up, Flora.
Something
Flora.
gentle. Yes, serious and gloomy for sure.
What does she see in him? There's something in his eyes because they're blue? Now, granted, Damien did look very happy when he possibly had a chance of being a fairy. Oh, can we talk about that also? Why was Damien so happy about being a fairy over a warlock?
No clue.
Because we just hate witches and warlocks on the show, I guess, right? We just hate witches.
Yeah.
Even though we all go to the same school.
And then even witches and warlocks have internalized hate.
Is that what they're saying? All witches have internalized hate? I don't think the show is that sophisticated enough to say that. But I don't know what you want me to believe. Because right now you're showing me that all witches are just hated. Even though that they go to the same school. And we have not seen any other witch do something bad besides tricks to the other students. Now, it could be happening, but the show does not bother to show you that. So I don't believe that anything is happening off screen because the show doesn't want to show me anything that's happening off screen. Because it doesn't feel like this world is being lived in right now. And it's just a 2D backdrop for these characters. And yes, Flora is for some reason simping for Damien already. She's being an apologist for Damien. Oh, he's so sad and mysterious. I need to know more about him. Why? Whatever. Flora. Get off your knees. Okay, that was kind of rude. I just hate Flora and Damien so much together. I hate it.
Apparently, there was another attack on a fairy on Earth. Do you know anything about this?
Why is she asking them questions? When she clearly already knows the answer. I mean, she's testing them, of course, right?
Yeah.
There will be strong repercussions if the culprits break the rules again.
So, attacking a new student in the real world isn't grounds enough for punishment. That not only attacking a new student in the human world, the non-magic world, but a student that doesn't even know how to use her spells effectively to defend herself. You telling me that's not grounds for some type of punishment? Just a scolding?
I guess. Does it make sense?
Like that.
No. Does it make sense?
It makes
It makes zero sense.
It makes zero sense that because you're telling me Miss Griffin and Miss Farragonda don't talk about this? And Miss Griffin is what? Just lying to Miss Farragon? It was like, yes, I punished them. I guess she could be, but I don't, because she, wants to be independently, ran her own thing, I guess. But that makes no sense. This makes no sense. They should have been punished already for setting up basically a jumping of a student that they tricked.
Yeah.
Especially when they're experienced teenage witches and she's not. They basically went into the real world and jumped her, magically speaking.
Yeah.
They should be arrested for assault. Now, granted, they did not touch Bloom because they all had to shoot like stormtroopers. So, whatever. I mean, Icy did try to take her power with that spell. So, technically, that's physically touched. Or magically touched, I guess. Spiritually. Ooh. I don't like the scene either, because it makes no sense why they're getting off so lightly.
Will we break the rules again? Again, and again, and again.
Before we play the insult, but I just want to say, you telling me Miss Griffin doesn't know that her tricks are like a bad bunch of apples? Is she just blind to them? I'm guessing.
Them so much.
That's what I'm thinking. The show wants, after watching this whole show, and we're going through it now, that it seems like Miss Griffin just has so much of a emotional attachment to the tricks that it's kind of weird. Like she just can't get over something about like her raising them, or like what their past was, or something that like blinds her to them. In my opinion, that's what it seems like to me. But what do you think?
I think that they're like her adopted little kittens, and she just can't see them doing any wrong.
Even though it's being reported to her that they are doing wrong.
Yes, but how many parents have you come across where they're just like, not possible? My little Timmy would never do that.
Oh, I agree with you. If they're trying to do that, the only way to effectively, in my opinion, unless it's going to come up in season 2, for that to actually work is if someone calls out Miss Griffin on her hypocrisy or her blind spot that she has for the tricks. That's the only way this actually works, because like we said, it could be building to that, and then it like boils over in season 2. Like someone calls out like Miss Farragonda or one of the Winx, because they're the only people that actually matter on the show, or a specialist. The specialist ain't gonna say nothing. Like, or Robin. Maybe Robin speaks up and says, Miss Griffin, why do you not see what the tricks are doing, that they're being evil? Maybe that happens in season 2, but it doesn't happen this season. Because I think that's, in my opinion, that's the only way that works, is if someone calls out the blind spot, that this leader of the school has for a certain group of students. What do you think?
I mean, I guess that's a possibility.
Because the show is not explicitly telling us that, she has like some soft spot for the tricks or something. It's just they just keep getting away with it. Now they do get punished eventually, but like very non-harshly for like an episode, and then it goes away, and then they can just do whatever they want again. And then like Icy just said, we're just gonna keep breaking the rules over and over and over and over again. It doesn't matter what Miss Griffin does. So,
I mean, as we see with the Winx, they kind of keep breaking the rules themselves too.
yes, but it's okay for the Winx to do it because they're doing it because Miss Griffin says it's not. What she say at the beginning of the episode? It's the intention behind doing it or something like that, right? Because if the show is trying to send a message in this episode that The tricks are doing it because they want to be evil and mean to you, but y'all are breaking the rules as the Winx Club because y'all are doing it for the betterment of the people. Right? Is that the message they kind of try to throw in this episode? Bloom released the changelings, but Bloom only did that because she felt bad for the changelings.
Right.
So I guess that's something they're trying to tell.
That's what they sort of were trying to do.
Yeah, so the tricks, I mean, yes, the tricks are the foils of the Winx and the Winx are the foils. But the tricks just keep, the tricks, it would be different if the tricks weren't being, like, if they were, like, Darcy was making them, like, they look like an illusion to other people, so they can't get reported that they're doing all these bad things to Miss Griffin. That would be different.
Right.
And I would think that would be acceptable. It's like, okay, Darcy's using her powers in a creative way, that the only people that can see them is the Winx or the person they're targeting, but everybody else around them sees them as, like, some ghost or something, you know? That's fine. That's magic. You can get away with it. No, everyone sees them as the tricks. So, this is just one incident, multiple incidents this season, where Miss Griffin really doesn't do something. Miss Griffin and Farragona doesn't do something like really important to the tricks to try to either scare them or like punish them. I would say more along the lines of punish them because they do try to scare them at some point, but you know it doesn't work. I want to say another thing about the Damien scene that I forgot to mention. It was when Miss Griffin was talking about Damien, you're old enough now to be put in a class, right? Is that what you said?
Yes. Which makes me think that it's like, okay, so Damien's been raised on campus, like at Althea, and his main task is taking care of the animals, right?
Yep. Because she says, because Miss Griffin says after she gets sorted to being a warlock, she tells Damien, tell me if you're having a problem with taking care of the animals and schoolwork at the same time. So my question is, why is Damien the only one taking care of the animals? How did Damien get that job? You see what I'm saying? Why is there no instructor helping him take care of the animals when he's
right? I guess like they haven't hired anybody. Yeah, they haven't hired anybody like an actual adult to take care of the magical creatures. Because I guess Damien's just that good.
But if we're looking at popular fantasy, there's a teacher of magical creatures. But the only one that has magical creatures is a teenager, and we don't even know how long he's been taking care of the animals, Caleb. That's another question. How long has he been doing this?
Basically.
Yeah, since he was what, 10 or something? And why? Why is there no instructor? Now, like I said, if the show actually cared to tell you, like, oh, the war between the ancestral witches and the and the fairies, you know, took a lot of people away from us, so we're limited staff. So the students had to step up in some roles at the school. I would gladly give you that, but the show does not say that. I guess the show is trying to, just pick up the content clues. You see there's not enough teachers around, but the students are doing things that students really shouldn't be able to do. I'm not giving them that because it's not written well enough. But maybe that's what they're going for. You see my train of thought? Maybe that's what they're going for.
I see it.
But no, in my opinion, it doesn't work in this show because they're not writing it in that way. It's just that there's too few teachers per student, and Damien is taking care of all the wild creatures for some reason. When he's not of age to take actual magic classes, so he can't magically protect himself from those magical creatures if something were to happen. I mean, I guess that's why you have the specialist guys, right?
Yeah.
Because for somehow they would get noticed of magical creatures running amok. But that's another situation where our boy with Sky and the group don't know who Damien is from the first episode, so that's weird inside of itself. Because if Damien's the only one taking care of the animals, everyone would know who Damien is. Or whatever.
Right.
I think it's just inconsistent
Then what's
writing.
the point? What would be the point in shooting the magical creatures if no one even knows that Damien is the one?
Exactly. Is this just busy work for Damien? Like, do they even use the magical creatures? Because granted, we have not seen a class where they actually use magical creatures besides that spell of changing the dog into multiple other animals or stuff. But I don't think those creatures come from Damien. Those are just creatures they conjured up. So, I don't know. It's the whole situation with Damien's weird. He's taking care of he's an underage student taking care of wild animals. And now he has to take care of the wild animals and go to school at the same time. And it seems like Miss Griffin is his guardian. Maybe? Right?
I would think so. Because I would deem him to be in the same category of the Tricks, of like just one of those like little kittens that she's taken under her wing.
And my question is, how many of these students does Miss Griffin raise? Because it seems like so far she's raising Damien and the Tricks, so that's 4 people. You're telling me, because like I said, if the show is trying to say the war took out a lot of their parents, right? Because the witch is lost, right? That's a lot of kids that Miss Griffin is raising, possibly. But the
Yeah.
show doesn't explain that to you. Because I think it would be really cool backstory for Miss Griffin if the show said that, oh, Miss Griffin is really busy because she has to like parent a lot of the witch kids. You know?
Yeah.
That's why the Tricks can get away with a lot of stuff they do, because Miss Griffin is stretched thin.
So many of them are orphans.
Basically. That would have been cool, you know, that would have added to the lore of the world and like filling it out with like the details of the past stuff and like the state of the world currently in Althea, right? But no, they don't care to do any of that. That all the stuff we said, listeners, they don't do any of that in the show. I'm gonna give you a heads up. None of that stuff happens. You'll see while we go along. None of that backstory shows up ever. Maybe it will show up in season 2, maybe, but I doubt it. Did you want to add anything? Final thoughts?
I mean, I think we covered pretty much everything for this episode. And we foreshadowed to the coming few episodes, like the next 2. Yeah.
Alright, well, thanks Kayla for joining me on this review discussion watch along thing we're doing. That's pretty much it for us for episode 2. We'll catch everyone in episode 3. Like, comment, subscribe, leave a comment down below what you thought of this episode. If you have any thoughts,